Good morning, Bear Bull traders. MikeB here with trade number 13 of my sample set for improving my profit taking. If you noticed from yesterday's video, I decided not to trade the 5-minute orb. As you can tell, I'm 1 for 6, and those winning ratios don't work out very well. So I decided to stick with the 15-minute opening range breakdown or up, as well as the moving average crossover. Today, I only took a moving average crossover. I had Box and MU on my watch, but the stock never really tested VWAP. Kind of did a pullback towards, but never tested it. So therefore, I didn't take any 15-minute opening ranges. And then about 7 o'clock in the morning, I switched over to my other display in DAS and started going through these sets of stocks that typically, they're over here on the right, that typically show the pattern that I'm looking for. I also include, if you notice, all the stocks on the morning watch list to scan those as well. So I was going through. Facebook did appear. However, it never gave me an entry. As you'll notice right down here on the 2-minute chart, it never crossed the 50 SMA, so I never got an entry. So kind of disregarded that. However, AMD did provide that entry for me. You'll notice I got that arrow that I like looking for with the moving average crossover, the 9 crossing over the 50. Looked over to the 15, no new 5-minute high. Looked down at the 5-minute chart. It was also setting up. Let me back this 5-minute chart up a little bit. You'll also notice that it was having heavy sell-off as well. So I had a 5-minute setup here with the moving averages starting to cross over. So then I started looking at the 2-minute, had a nice downward trend with the moving averages sloping down to cross that 50. Right here it crossed, but I didn't take that entry. If you notice, moving averages were still quite far away. So I decided I'll hang out to see if it kind of tests back, and then if it breaks it again, I'll go with it again. You can't really tell in this candle, but it did kind of pull back all the way to these moving averages, kind of chopped around a little bit, and then eventually in the next candle, it actually hit my entry. So I took an entry right there at the 15-minute. I set a 1R partial, and I set my range order to stop out at my stop level of 31.58 with my profit target. If you look over here at the 15-minute chart at 31.22 is where I was looking to get to with a stop loss at 31.58. I did get my partial, and then I had hotkey errors. I was readjusting my range order, and I hit the limit instead of resetting it to my break even and then to the profit target with the correct number of shares. As you'll notice, it did eventually down here on the 5-minute chart, it did eventually get all the way down to my profit target. Hopefully I would have got filled. I might not have gotten filled. You know how that can go, but overall strategy worked how I wanted to. Little hotkey error cost me on the back end, but I'm pretty confident in this strategy, especially in the afternoon. So hope you enjoyed the recap, and I will see you all tomorrow in the chat.